Alright, it should be coming through, I think. I turned back on the audio, so hopefully I'm coming in nice and clear.
I'm one of the battle trainers here in Farah.
I didn't think this game was going to have an intro.
I battle alongside my trusty partner, Weavile. Have you ever seen a Pokemon this cute? Oh, he's just sleeping over there. Don't mind him.
Hey Mike, thank you. Thanks for letting me know. Ma'am, I could name at least 200 other Pokemon cuter than Weavile. Let me tell you.
You must be the interesting new trainer I heard about who's about to join us. How can I show you around and stuff?
Yeah. Impromptu little stream because I honestly didn't think I was going to because I worked today and I was tired. But no, we're just gonna screw around with Pokken, Tekken, whatever it's called, for a bit. See what we do. If we just do this game or we'll switch over to something else, we'll see. So from here, let's see what this game's about.
First things first. Welcome to the Farah battle.
Pokken is slightly more complicated Tekken. Okay, that checks out. I actually have never I know of this game. I've just never played it.
Here in Farah, you'll need to work as one with your partner Pokemon and face off in some intense one-on-one battles. After you finish your trainer registration, you'll be given something called a battle AR.
Man, that looks like a frying pan.
It has a synergy stone built into it that allows you to synergize with your Pokemon in battle.
I thought this game was literally just a Pokemon fighting game. I didn't think it was.
But hey,
I didn't think there was a story here, so now I'm like slightly confused.
you've got a whole bunch of new experiences awaiting you here. I'm definitely looking forward to seeing what sort of trainer you turn out to be. I'll give you whatever assistance I can, so just try to have some fun out there. Right then, let's get you registered.
This touchpad thing is actually kind of janky. I'm gonna be real. All right, I'm gonna load up Discord real quick now that the intro's done. Let me get some of people in here because I honestly don't have much to say, and they might enjoy commentating over Pokken, Tekken. I one of these days. I wonder if it actually ever says the name. I'm gonna turn up the game a little bit because it's like barely registering that it's making sound on my end. This game is apparently super old. I've learned. The fact that it got remade on the Wii is also impressive. Okay.
Hello.
Hello.
Okay.
What am I changing? Oh, that's my eye color, I think. Wait. Oh my god. I've already broken the game. None of these names are actually lined up with what they're supposed to be. It's like silver, red, more silver. Because that's not gray, that's not blue, that's not blonde. What the fuck? I didn't know half these characters were playable. Well, shit, I don't know who I want to be. These models feel like they're ripped out of the Pokemon movie, but I know that's not the case because Suicune wasn't in Detective Pikachu.
This game came out years before the movie.
I don't have a concept of time anymore. I didn't think my decision, my issue was going to be which Pokemon to choose. Especially since I have two of my favorites here. Screw it, we're on Blaziken.
You want to be subtitle.
This is the Farum region, where we are now.
Nah, I like the design, but I will never go grass types.
Nothing but the ocean itself. Farum battles are super popular here, if you hadn't already guessed. The types of battles differ a bit from city to city.
I didn't think this game was gonna have a full-fledged story mode or anything, so I'm just sitting here watching these cutscenes.
To start off, right now we're here in Old Farum Town. It's also known as My Town, and here you can check your battle data and change your settings, stuff like that. Don't worry, whenever we head to a new area, I'll give you the... Next up is right here, Farum Stadium.
The disappointing thing is I can't skip anything.
This is where the Farum League is held. This is a single...
I'm just gonna start skipping through the dialogue. I kind of have an idea of what this is.
Alrighty then. Feel free to start off
Girl, go away.
Might be best off heading to Techno City to play through the tutorial and learn the basics of Farum battles. You can battle against CPU trainers here. Unlike normal battles, you can change the settings and enjoy a different
There's no
usual.
comfortable way to hold this pad, by the way.
I'd recommend this mode when you just want to kick back and enjoy yourself.
Why did she stop talking? Wait, I'm so confused. The dialogue just she stopped having a voice.
Guess they cheaped out on the budget.
Choose your Pokemon.
Apparently. Wait, why did it have me? Why did it have me choose if I was just gonna have to pick a new one in here anyways?
Because fuck you.
Apparently.
Speaking of
It's just like
support
an
set, it's always a tough choice,
it's
isn't
like
it?
such an unnecessary like this design choice. I will say it's pretty cool that I can also just do everything from my handheld, so I'm not actually having to watch the screen.
Which Pokemon do you want to tag for support?
I wasn't expecting Blaziken to just do a fucking front roll right into the arena.
I guess this battle arena is sort of ovalish. Make sure not to get back into the wall. Synergy gauge up. Let's keep our block up.
Thanks, Mike. Why is this just Dissidia?
Too early to use your synergy burst. All right, let's call in some support.
This is literally just Dissidia.
I've only ever played the
The next round is where it counts.
was the one on
That
Steam
battle was
NX
awesome.
or something.
And I expect
Oh
support
yeah, you
back
played
in
NT.
the next
Yeah,
one.
I guess that's not a good example because NT doesn't play like the rest, but this reminds me of like Duodecim, which is kind of wild. Which, if I can get my hands on a copy of that, or emulate it probably, I'll have to show you guys Duodecim. Probably if I can't, I probably won't be able to emulate my PSP if I'm being totally honest with you.
Yeah, that's fair.
Hey, did you forget?
What? I guess I make it evolve.
Lean like that, your burst is almost up. Time to recalibrate your attack.
Mike, it's funny you mentioned that he looks like he's doing a Kamehameha, because that's just... Blaziken literally is just a Saiyan, it looks like, which is really weird to say. Okay, that's pretty cool, actually.
It was probably done on
Nice battle.
purpose.
Hope to see more of the same.
I can dig it.
Nice work. Looks like my advice is helping, huh?
Ma'am, your advice is not doing anything because I'm barely paying attention to the screen. Well, I guess if there's no actual story mode, we'll probably just do a few rounds of this and then just switch over to Metroid. I was expecting there to be more to this game.
In this to have fun.
Like, I was expecting like a ladder match or something, but
Facing off against the fast.
I guess I'm expecting too much out of Bandai Namco.
Let's keep our block up.
Alright, Mars. Oh, I literally just responded to Mars in Discord as if he can hear me. Oh my god, I am getting my ass kicked this time. Holy shit. Ma'am, are you going to teach me how to do synergy, or...
Probably not.
What just happened?
The next round is where it counts. You can always change out your support and switch up your fighting style for the next one. Round 2. Just remember, the most important thing is to enjoy the battle. The synergy gauge is full. Now's your chance to use burst. You don't want to
To be fair, Mike, they did try to revive it on the Switch. Keyword there is try.
The next round is where it counts. Here's the final round. The next round will decide the match. Final round. All right then, let's give it a shot.
Mike, expecting the gaming community to do anything right is a miracle in itself. This bitch literally just told me I have no support gauge, and then said, "Do you remember how to support?" I'm like, no, you just told me I can't. Damn. I mean, the fact that I still got 4 stars is impressive.
How about it? How are you feeling after that battle? Pick where you want to assign your skill points.
Gotta admire him for getting back up.
You earned a new title.
I wasn't expecting her to be level up in stats, what the fuck?
You can check your play data and change. You can equip items you've and you can change your battle Pokemon. Whenever you get something new, and in options, you can change the sound. Be sure to give it all a try.
I'm going to assume Ferrum League is where the selected Pokemon comes into play, because, yeah, no, in the CPU battles, I could just pick whoever.
Alright, the Ferrum League is about to begin. This is an official tournament where battle trainers from all around the Ferrum region come to show off their skills. Battles will be held all throughout the region and broadcast live on TV. Since this is your first time, let me fill you in on it a bit. The Ferrum League is actually made up of 4 different leagues. Each of these has a rank requirement for participation. Everyone starts off at D rank, so you can participate in the Green League. Now, as for each of the leagues, within the leagues, there are league matches in which you battle to increase your rank, and then a tournament between the top 8 trainers in the league. If you manage to win the tournament, you'll get the chance to take a promotion.
That makes sense, actually, Mike, because it's kind of like how on, like, Tekken, I have Armor King as mine, even if I don't use it every time. It does show him as my character, so that makes sense.
And be allowed to continue on to the next league. It should go without saying that the upper leagues are full of stronger and stronger battle trainers. So, think you've got a general idea of how the system all works?
Ma'am, you talk faster than the dialogue. than the dialogue shows on screen.
So just give it a shot. According to the official Ferrum League rules, you can only have up to 3 support sets. Don't forget that you can always change your support sets in my town.
I don't know what that means.
Alright, first things
You ever
first.
seen the Micro
Let's take
Machines
on the Green
commercials
League.
with the
Getting used to
fastest
this
talking
league yet?
guy in the world?
Nothing beats taking on
No,
lots
I
of
don't even know what
battle
macro machines
trainers.
are. I don't think I've ever heard of this.
Here it is, the Beginner's League.
Or before your time.
This is where everyone
mine.
finds their footing.
I was about to say, you're not that much older than me, jeez.
Huh? your way to the top.
What was that, Junior? I can't hear you.
Free
My hearing's
battles
going to
are where
shit.
you can face off against trainers from the same...
I respect the fact that they literally just took names from both actually no, they did take names from Fire Emblem games because this came out first. Manuel is not a normal name. You're not hearing Shadow on stream. He's also not talking much and he's quiet, so he's being quiet, so that's not surprising that you're not hearing him.
Can you hear me now, Mike?
Well, he's talking about like on the stream itself. I'll turn you up a little bit more, but you're not really.
All right.
Yeah, so you're not exactly being loud or talkative. So
my dad's still sleeping downstairs just for a little bit longer, so I still can't be too loud.
Nope, that's fair. Hi, Wishy. Yes, I am playing Tekken. I'm gonna keep making that joke until somebody tells me how to pronounce its fucking name.
Picking a support set is always a tough choice, isn't it?
Of all characters, why is Gengar in this game?
I have no idea.
Like, at the time of this game came out, we had at least 500 Pokemon. Like, the Pokemon selection just feels really odd to me.
Yeah.
Just do your thing and you'll be fine.
Cause like, for example, why is Suicune the only legendary Pokemon in this game?
That's true.
And like, Chandelier of all characters?
Oh,
Early to use your support set.
there's more characters on the Switch version, the DX edition.
Page is full.
There. Oh, I might pick up the Switch version, honestly. Because Gengar is awesome. Yes, Z, I know he's your favorite.
Come on, let's win this next one.
Like, I know that Darkrai
Alright,
is
let's
one of
have
the
some more
characters
fun
in
for the
that
next
version.
round, too. Now then, one list
Man, you're telling me I had a version I could have played as Darkrai? And I didn't get it? Damn.
just
Yeah.
remember, the most important
And apparently
thing is to
Mewtwo,
enjoy the
which...
battle.
Okay, so yeah, no, literally the Switch version has characters I would use more so. Because I would use Mewtwo and Darkrai in a heartbeat. Literally two of my favorite characters.
It's based off of the arcade version, only available in Japan, which had more characters.
Oh my god, so they did what the Cydia NT did, but correctly.
Yep.
Jesus Christ. Okay, cool. He has a different animation if you win the fight in Mega Form. That's pretty cool.
You're a master in the making. Nice work. Looks like my advice
Well,
is helping, huh?
if the Switch version still has online, we might need to like get people to buy it and do
Where you want to
group
assign
runs of
your
this.
skill points.
Because suddenly that
I'd
just
be down.
I'll say that suddenly sounds like a really good idea. Use synergy. Wishy, I just started the game. The game doesn't tell me anything. How do you play? Mewtwo is playable in this game, but you have to unlock it. What? Actually, I guess that makes typical
Time to pick a support set.
fighting game ideas. I mean, God, now I have an incentive to get Mewtwo and play this more on stream just so I have an excuse to play as Mewtwo.
All right.
Like,
Let's have some fun.
people don't know this, but like Mewtwo is literally one of my favorite Pokemon. Like, only like our little friend group probably knows that.
Well, there you go.
Okay, like Mewtwo, Charizard, Blaziken, Lucario, and
Together,
Arceus.
we're in this to have fun. I wonder what your opponent has in store for you today. Okay, brace yourself.
I don't even know why Arceus is one of my favorites. I just love, like, ever since he got revealed, I've always liked that character, that Pokemon.
I mean, it is Pokemon Jesus.
You only have
True.
Your support gauge is full.
I was gonna correct you to say Pokemon God, but like no, literally Arceus' movie straight up treats him like Jesus instead, which I think is hilarious.
The next round is where that was a good, clean win.
Like they present him as God in the games, but then it's just like you go into the movie and it's just like this is Jesus.
Believe in your Pokemon and give it your very best. Your synergy gauge is full. Don't hold back the pressure. But
I still don't fully understand how I make it evolve. I'm just pressing buttons until something happens.
you've got more to do, but don't get careless.
Did I do the tutorial? Oh man, Wishy, you don't know me very well. What the fuck is a tutorial?
There's some power on the field. Your opponent called in some support.
Like God, anybody who's actually good at this game is gonna hate me because I don't do a tutorial. You know, I knew that, Z, but the weird thing is, it's like I don't understand why the movie made Japanese Arceus female, considering everything else, even the games, have always called him male. But then again, in in the new Mewtwo remake, Mewtwo's also female, and I don't get it.
You earned a new title.
You know, Z, I took the Aaron Hansen approach, and I'm still better at games than Aaron. Not a very high bar, but you know.
Make a support set. Hope this will be some good old fun.
It's not the new Mewtwo remake. He's still male in that one. It was one of the other movies that had Mewtwo in it.
Oh, I thought it was.
Showed off his, or rather hers, mega form.
Either way, I think it's a weird choice. Considering, like, I don't understand what the point of making that the case when, like, all of the actual sources have always presented them as one or the other. And yes, I know legendaries and stuff don't have genders in general. It doesn't matter, but, like, it's weird when you just make weird arbitrary changes like that.
Yeah.
The Genesect movie, okay. God, that's another thing about Pokemon I don't get. Why the fuck did Genesect get a movie? Then again, I guess I can't say anything. Lucario got a movie and he's not a legendary.
I can't remember, but it was a good while ago.
I need to like sit down and make you guys watch Mystery of Mew if you guys haven't seen that yet.
Wanna head into the next battle with the same support?
I have.
Good.
Just remember, the most important thing is to
I watched
It's one of my favorite Pokemon movies, actually.
Dude, let me tell you, I watched that movie an unhealthy amount when I was younger. Why is...
Yeah, that sounds like you.
Yeah, the autism brain is strong. Why did Charizard just T-pose?
Your support gauge isn't full yet. Nicely done.
I mean, I guess if you've only seen the Mewtwo movie, you're pretty much set, because that's honestly one of the best ones. That one, the Deoxys one, the Entei one, the Darkrai one, and the Lucario and Mr. Mew are my 5 favorites.
Battle.
Oh, and Zoroark. Wait, Genesect's a legendary?
Awesome. By the book
What?
battle is nice, but a fun match isn't bad either.
Huh?
Pick where you want to
Chats blow my mind.
You earned a new title.
I didn't know Genesect was a legendary. That's actually fucking messing with my mind. That's weird.
Time to pick a support set. I'll try to give you some good advice.
That's fucking weird. Oh, it's Pikachu. Wait, is regular Pikachu's not even an option in this game? Is he? No, I have to check the character menu once we're done here. Because I thought like it was like Luchador, Pikachu, or whatever.
I always just go with my gut.
I wasn't paying a close attention to the character select screen apparently.
Just remember,
Go figure.
the most
Go figure, Kevin doesn't pay attention to the fucking screen. You stupid rat. Got called Pocket and caught bullied into calling it Pokken. You know, that's fair, Wishy, but knowing your history, you get bullied for everything, so I'm not surprised. I'm gonna call it Pokken now just to spite people.
I mean, that's why I thought it was
Kev, please look at the cover of the game. It's Lucario and Pikachu. Oh shit, it does. Ow! I'm not gonna lie, the case has literally been sitting on top of the Wii U for about a month now. Almost a month at this point. We had about 800 Pokemon? Jeez, okay, so... Okay, actually, I guess the generation gap was actually pretty big here, since it was a while before we got a new generation.
This was when X and Y was the current generation, I believe.
Now's a good time to say I've never used X. I've never played X and Y. Wanna know what's really funny about that?
It had to be because they had Mega Evolutions.
Yeah. Wanna know what's really funny about the X and Y thing? It takes place in what is the equivalent of France. It takes place in the equivalent of France.
Yeah.
I've never played it. I don't know if that's like a good or bad thing, honestly.
Despite for your own country.
Yeah, my own country can suck a dick.
Well, alright then.
Shadow, have I ever expressed interest in wanting to go back?
Nope.
Exactly. X and Y was okay, too easy, but the story was insane. I've heard, I think that was the big thing, because I didn't play X and Y because I played Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire and absolutely hated it. And it's like, I think that just turned me off from the Pokemon games until X and Y came, not X and Y, Sword and Shield came out, because I ended up buying Sword. Like, that's definitely, like, a big thing was, I was just so disinterested in Oras that I just wanted to not play it anymore. And then, Sword was fun. Like, despite what people said, I thought Sword was a really good one. Like, I actually enjoyed it. Up until the post-game when we got Swordbert and Shieldbert. My favorite's still Platinum. Like, actually, no, it's actually a tie between Platinum and Black and White. But Black and White is solely because of N. Like, N was such a good villain. Mike, you really do. You really should. Like, the Pokemon games that still have their charm and are actually pretty fun, in my opinion. Like, even if the turn-based stuff is, like, a big turn away or anything, it's like, the Pokemon stories are still really charming. You know, honestly, there's just something satisfying about steamrolling people with your Pokemon. Wait, prize money. What? I could buy stuff?
Free battles can be a nice change of pace.
Oh yeah, the Pokemon hacks are pretty good too. Okay, so I need to go find a shop now. The most interesting Pokemon character.
Hey, have you
I would
seen
say,
Lyle
but I would say between Cynthia and N, they're both pretty much top up there for me. Oh, it keeps track of, like, literally every Pokemon I use in this game. That's cool. Oh, Pikachu Libre, that's what they were called in this game. Something fell, and I know I shouldn't worry about it, but I'm gonna go investigate. I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. Sorry about that. Yeah, we were just, we're trying to coordinate some things because we actually need to drive up to Denver sometime this weekend because we need to get some of Hyde's things out of storage. He's just gonna move everything out of his storage unit and bring it down here because Dad's okay with that. Yeah, so we're just kind of coordinating when's a good time because it's gonna be me, Dad, and Hyde going. I need to test something now. Hold on. Where did my purple man go? Yeah, no, Z, a lot of his stuff was, like, not all of it, but a lot of his stuff has been in storage for the last couple of years. He just hasn't had a need for all of it. Recent events, I'm not going to go into on stream, have made it to where... But yeah, it's better if he just gets everything moved down here. Yes, Purple Man, Waluigi. I just noticed that there's a little amiibo symbol. So I'm gonna see if that works. Please don't break. I already have one amiibo with broken ankles. Sorry, Waluigi, that's all you're worth. I don't know why that's so funny. This man is worth 100 gold. That's actually kind of depressing. Why do I scan him again? Today? I can do this repeatedly. Okay, that's weird. So I'm gonna go grab my other amiibos now real quick. Give me a sec. I have so many of them, and I made a mistake grabbing them all at once. Alright. Oh, that's cool. So that's Incineroar, and it actually gave me a title. For Link's Awakening Link, I got a Santa hat. I don't know. Okay, now I'm just confused. This is Bowser. That's for Chrom's ankles. Ah, damn! You can only damn, you can only use up to 5 in a day. That's unfortunate. And before anybody asks, I'm just gonna say it. One time when I was in college, I had a amiibo of Chrom from Fire Emblem Awakening. I don't know how he ended up on the floor, but he was on the floor next to my bed. And I rolled over, got out of bed, stepped right on it, his sword went into my foot, I snapped him off of his pedestal on accident, and Chrom now is just a pedestal of ankles.
Boy, I sure came in at quite a time.
Hi Mars, you came in for story time.
Do I want to know how we got on this topic of you getting stabbed in the foot by an amiibo?
Because Chrom, one of my amiibos is literally just Chrom's ankles.
Must be limited edition.
Pretty much. How do I buy things?
At the store.
You're not helping.
Said I was trying to be helpful.
You could try. What do I do with this money?
Spend it at the store.
Mars, if I knew what the store was, I'd do it. I might have found it.
Now you can spend the money.
You have Shulk hair?
It'll let your hair grow out, huh?
Man, they have 2 different versions of Shulk's hair. I shouldn't be. That's all I can say, actually, because that's a spoiler. Mike, finish Xenoblade 3. Oh, that's a lot of money.
That's I think a bit more than you got.
Just a bit. Well, I guess considering how much money they give you for, like, winning, that's actually not a bad deal, honestly. Alright. I'm not gonna lie. I'm keeping at this game now solely because I wasn't expecting it to work. So the fact that it's working and it looks like fun, and I'm actually enjoying this, I'm just gonna keep with it. Z, I have said all I can say on that topic. I still need to finish Xenoblade 3, actually. It's still downloaded on my Switch, for the record. I got to a 3-hour-long cutscene, or at least that's what it felt like, and I just haven't had the energy to go back.
Time to pick a support set.
Like, I'm just gonna let that be a perspective for you guys. Is like, if a game makes me want to take a break, and it's been almost a year and a half now, that should tell you something about said game. Because, like,
Right then, time for
because now
battle.
both Xenoblade 3 and Final Fantasy 14 have done that to me.
I wonder what your opponent has in store for you today.
also taken breaks from Stardew and Minecraft.
No, I'm talking about like just like on a level of single player games that make me emotionally not to have the energy to keep going. Stardew and stuff are like different. Stardew is just because we need time for that. That and it's like I have over like what 5,000 hours in Stardew.
That's a lot of hours.
I know. I love Stardew. Oh,
I think that might be more hours than Shadow has in Warframe.
probably. Actually, we can check that.
Alright then, let's give it
I have
a shot.
1,500 hours in Warframe.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm not beating that. that's my time in Kingdom Hearts. Oh, that's a good choice, Z. Mike actually got me Cyber Sleuth for my birthday, and I plan to start that one here soon. Right now, I'm currently playing through the Tales of Graces remaster. But after that, I'll probably go to Cyber Sleuth. Or Survive. Digimon Survive has also been pretty fun. I haven't finished it, though.
I completely forgot about that aspect of Blitzkin in this game's design, and I'm not sure how I feel about it.
Shut up.
You know exactly what I'm talking about, don't you?
Yes, I've done a...
Pick where you want to assign your skill points.
I saw it immediately and didn't think to say a word. Why are you freaking out, Z?
You got a new item.
I shall just silently enjoy my garlic bread. Oh hey, you got David's jacket.
You
I'm
earned
gonna
a new
slap you
title.
through the computer. I will fucking slap you.
Well, at least I'd be wide awake.
I cannot deal with you.
To pick a support set, this will be some good old fun.
Yeah, I'm bummed out that I can't beat the game because I do enjoy Cyberpunk, but I'm not gonna keep trying till I hope the game just doesn't break.
Relax. Remember,
Yeah, that is
playing this
totally
without
fair.
fun.
I think once I go do a playthrough of it, I can show you some of the endings and off my own recording.
I'd be fine. I'd be okay with that. Like I said, I pretty much got to the end. That was I know he was the final boss, so I'm already pretty much content. And I got a ending, even if it's a bad ending.
Too
Bro.
early to use your synergy burst. Alright, let's call in some support. Synergy gauge is full. Awesome.
Hey, you beat the crap out of that Lucario.
Lucario's so short in this game.
Have some more fun for the next round too. Now,
I mean, I think his height is like
believe in your Pokemon and
4
give it your
foot
best
in Pokedex.
Honestly, a lot of the Pokemon heights are funny because Charizard, I tower over Charizard. I found out.
Yeah, you're like 5 even.
Yeah, like I am like a head or two above Charizard. It's just really funny to me.
Your support gauge
Yes.
is full.
I mean, I guess it makes sense because, like,
Ash is
people in the
12.
anime are usually kids.
Yeah, I'll say Ash is 12, so it's like... And the average height in Japan is not very tall.
Hey, keep up the good work.
Yeah, Charizard, his average height is 5'7".
Oh, that's not so bad then, yeah, because I'm only 5'8", 5'9", somewhere in there.
Picking a support set is always a tough choice, isn't it? Alrighty, let's have some fun.
The average height of a Japanese male is about 5 feet 7 inches as of 2023.
Oh, so Charizard is average height. Charizard is tiny, but Furret is 6 feet. Mars, I need you to look up Furret's height.
I'm looking up Lucario's real quick, then I will do a code for it next.
Okay. Oh, I cut my finger. What the fuck?
Just remember, the most important thing is to enjoy the
Baby,
battle.
go handle that.
No, it's not like bleeding. It's just it's a cut. Like it's already taken care of naturally. I'm just really confused when that happens. Yeah, it's like a small little paper cut.
Okay.
Synergy gauge is still only half full.
about 3'11", 4'3" with Mega Evolution.
Wait, the evolutions make them taller? What the fuck?
Mega Evolution does.
That's weird.
A little bit.
Come on, let's win this next one.
But Hario's short.
Let's have some more fun
Yeah.
for the next round too.
I guess that also... I guess the heights are literally more for, like, fluff text over anything, because the games obviously don't follow those logics. Considering...
Bird is 5'11".
That's... So Z was literally an inch off.
Basically, yeah.
That's...
It's basically 6 foot.
Yeah, that's fucking... What the fuck? I'm pretty sure Levi from Attack on Titan is still shorter. Mike, Mars, what's Levi's actual canon height? I need to know.
Looking it up.
I'm just gonna use Mars as my personal wiki looker right now.
Oh, I have no issue with that.
Good work. Your battles are fun, even just watching. Pick where you
I
want
love
to
that they
assign
gave me his height in something that more than just freaking centimeters.
You
Just
earned a new title.
take centimeters, and then have Google convert it to feet.
I'm working on that. Takes me a second to
Make a support
change
set.
it over.
Mike said please tell him he's
Let's
wrong.
have some fun.
Mike really wants to be wrong about this aspect, but now he's actually doubting it.
So whose height are we comparing Levi to?
What's Levi's height in general?
If I round up, it's about 5.3.
Oh my god,
So 5 feet 3 inches.
he's literally an inch taller than Drax.
All right then, time for battle. Go show them what you're made of.
God, Levi's short, what the fuck?
And give it your very best.
They make literal jokes about that in the anime itself.
I-
And you're surprised.
I know, but just hearing the number in general just like weirds me out for some reason. It's just like, this man goes up to my chest.
I'm pretty sure Mikasa's taller than him.
Yeah, actually, I think Mikasa's taller. Because Mikasa's kind of tall, I thought.
Well, I'm gonna look up Mikasa's height.
I'm really surprised Greninja wasn't in this game considering Drax is 5'2". Z, though, I think Z just remembered something he shouldn't have.
Wait, what?
God, you need to go on like YouTube and watch it to check because Z's kind of funny. But Z just said Z was starting to make comments about Greninja not being in the game, and then he just stopped mid sentence and was just freaked out over the fact Drax is 5'2".
Alright, let's see.
Yeah, no, Z. When I say Drax is short, Drax is short. Like, it's a fact that he's more or less gotten over at this point, but still.
Yeah, Mikasa is taller than Levi.
How tall is she?
According to this, I'm working on converting it to feet. Mikasa is 170 centimeters to 176 by the end.
Oh, that's right. She grows again.
Hey, keep up the good work. Pick where you want to assign your skill points.
So 5.6 feet to 5.8 feet. So she's about 3 to 4 inches taller than Levi.
She is so she's probably the same height as me. That's weird. That's not short. That's portable. That's fucked up.
And she can still kick your ass.
Tough choice, isn't it?
Well, he
But
was.
so can Levi.
Well, to be fair, I think he was referring to Drax.
Rex can also kick his ass.
I mean, that's fair considering I got thrown halfway across the yard, which is still a feat that I'm impressed with. I guess
Hey, no slouch.
I was gonna say all that martial arts training is for something. It's like I can at least say I'm proud of that fact.
You just get all revved up before a
I mean, that is kind of a staple in martial arts. It's to use the opponent's weight against them to stuff like that.
To be fair, when this happened, there wasn't a lot of weight to use against me.
Size still counts.
Fair enough. But I was still taller. And then there's
Honestly, in a fight, being taller is not always an advantage.
It's not. I learned that. I learned that repeatedly, which is funny. As I say, as I won a 3-on-1 fight in high school.
As one of my more vertically challenged coworkers has said, "Go ahead, keep talking. Me being short just means I'm closer to your balls."
You know, they have a good point.
Mm-hmm.
Like, can't argue with that one. Meanwhile, then there's Albus, who's already 6 feet. And I'm just like, God, stop growing. And apparently, he's not done growing.
He is a tall lad.
Yeah, no, I don't know what the fuck they feed him at this point. I don't pay attention. But whatever they're feeding him is making him tall as fuck. It's really funny because sometimes he'll come into the kitchen while Jay and Drax are cooking, and he'll just like go up behind Drax, lean over, and put his arms on his head.
I am not surprised at all.
Yeah, no, I kid you not. I have just been sitting at the table. I will look over and I just see Albus cross his arms and lean right against him.
How tall is Jay?
Jay is 6'2".
Holy crap.
I'm surrounded by giants. Somebody save me.
There is
I mean, to be fair, you tease a lot of those giants, so it's kind of your own fault if you're in danger.
Fair enough.
If you can make it into the top 8, you'll be
Sorry, Shadow, what were you saying?
into
I
the
got
tournament.
I said there is no saving you.
I will.
I'll go get the Nickelback song.
That's concerning that there's a Nickelback song for this.
It's literally titled "Saving Me."
Oh, I don't listen to Nickelback.
I kind of like some good bit of their music. There's some good tunes.
I know like 2 songs by them.
Picking a support set is always
Mostly because one of them is how I learned how to play guitar.
good advice.
Fair enough. Everyone's got different preferences. Nothing wrong with that.
Yep. That Mike just posted the gif of Elmo on fire, and it's just like he said, that's what came through my head in this conversation. Which is valid.
Fair enough.
Which Pokemon do you want to have as support? I always just go with my gut. This battle in Unite is pretty tight.
So the leveling up system in this actually kind of makes me realize something. There's like a very low chance of me actually losing a fight. Like, unless the enemies actually get harder, I have a 0% chance of actually losing because I have a high defense now.
Still too early to use your synergy burst.
I'm tired of this stupid rat. He's too tiny in it. What?
I was thinking for a second you said you liked Pikachu, but no, I think it's Raichu you said you like.
I like Raichu.
All right, keep that up for the next battle.
I could care less for Pichu or Pikachu. I like Raichu.
Let's give it a shot. Maxed out.
Kind of like Pichu. Mostly just because I remember the movies with the Pichu brothers.
That wasn't Pichu.
But don't get careless.
What?
You're starting to get the hang of this.
It was Plusle and Myman, and it was from Destiny Deoxys.
Or no, it wasn't a movie. It was like, well, it was actually this episode involving the Pichu brothers.
Oh, okay. I thought you were like referring to Destiny Deoxys, where Plusle and Myman were a big part of that.
No.
That makes more sense. Okay.
Nice battle. Hope to see more of the same from you.
Now I'm trying to remember which one you're talking about. I don't actually. I didn't watch the show as much as I should have, honestly. I know the
I
movies.
think there was like a couple episodes I think involving it where like Pikachu goes off by themselves and they like a couple times they meet the Pichu brothers.
According to Z, it was a short, so like not even an actual episode.
Yeah.
Okay.
To pick a support set. I'll try to give you some good advice.
the Pichu short was before either the Lugia or Entei movie. One of those two. I want to say it was Entei because I don't think the Lugia movie had a short before it.
I wonder what your opponent
God, the Entei movie was sad and fucked up.
You just gotta believe in your
Honestly, that could be said about a lot of those movies.
Yeah.
I think probably my favorite of the Pokemon movie.
still too early.
I don't even know which one would be my favorite. I have a top 3. I don't know which one's my favorite though.
Why do you think about that? I actually have a question. Shadow, since you watched Mystery of Mew, did you ever have the DVD that had the other one, the Master of Mirage Pokemon?
No, I've only ever watched it when it was on TV.
That up for the next
Damn.
battle.
Okay. I need to like have you guys watch that. That it was too dark for a kids movie. It actually gave me nightmares at one point.
Your very best.
Mystery of Mew.
No, Mastermind of Mirage Pokemon. It was on DVD. It was sold with the movie.
Is that the one where
All right. You got it.
where Mewtwo beats the ever-loving Shadow Mew?
Yeah. I had to remember if that was part of it. But yeah, no, Mew was also in that.
Yeah, I've seen that on TV once because they only ever aired it once.
Yeah, no, that was one of the things I was gonna get to because
Done.
it was literally just a very dark and like somewhat disturbing movie
Just watching.
that they only ever aired it once, and the fact that it got released with Mystery of Mew is weird to me.
Think where you want to assign your skill points.
Let me see. Actually, I'm gonna go see if I can find the case real quick, and I'll take a picture and I'll send it to a server we're all in, so everybody can see it. Give me a second.
I found a poster.
That's here somewhere. Okay, I came back. Why did I don't know.
Funny on the title of Shamelessly Valiant.
Oh, I didn't even realize I got a title. I honestly have not been. When I beat the rounds, I just don't pay attention at this point.
Brain just checks out, huh?
Yep. I'm here to beat shit up.
Just keep it to the Pokemon and not the 10-year-olds.
Maybe I want to. Never mind. I'm not gonna finish that thought.
Probably for the best.
God, I forgot how cool this fucking case was. Of course, they're not going to post in order, but whatever.
Crunchy garlic bread. Yes, I'm on stream eating garlic bread. Don't judge me.
I've given up on the professionalism aspect a long time ago because I was always one that like didn't like to eat or drink on stream because I thought it was unprofessional. Now I do it all the time.
Been corrupted.
Well, because I'm trying to break my whole perfectionist issue, like we talked about last night. So
That's fair.
yeah, and I posted it. I've tagged everybody present so you guys can go look at what I mean.
Picking a support set is always a tough choice, isn't it?
Okay, so I was
Kind of a weird drawing for Lucario's mouth. Yeah, that's just like the poster. Ooh, I love the disc.
oh yeah, no, the disc is so good. I'm actually pretty sure it still works too, and I'm really happy for that. Like, this is one of the things that I cherish a lot, and I keep, because this was actually good for Melody. Like, I love this movie, and I cherish it, and I keep it well organized and everything.
Which Pokemon do you want to tag for support? I always just go with my gut.
How many Pikachus am I gonna fight?
I do know this movie.
Okay, I was gonna say you guys might remember it if you see it. That's the kind of the thing I was going for, was like, because it's
I think that we actually talked about it like a long time ago.
we did, yeah. The Rabble trainer looks like Futaba. Kinda, Mike. You have a point there. Yeah, no, it's like
This is actually one of my top 3 favorite Pokemon movies.
I mean, it's a good choice because like I think me and Shadow both were in agreement that it's at least in our top somewhere.
Blood Mystery of Mew.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is a really good movie. It's also the last movie to have the 4 kids actors.
That's true. It was just
Oh god. I'm remembering the movie, and now I have the Reggie's calls in my head.
Yeah.
Of all the random freaking things.
It's such a good movie. Like, it's well animated. The story is amazing. It's just so good.
Reggie, nice.
You know, the weird thing about that is those did not have to be in there at all. There was no reason that they were there. Like, their plot relevance was stupid.
It's like the whole reason for them to be there was for the introduction of Reggie Gigas, who was used to help hold back the big event thing.
Right, and he's in the movie for a total of maybe a minute.
Hey, that's faster. That's faster than he's usually in the actual game.
True. Too bad he's also a weak as shit Pokemon.
Yeah, his big problem is his waking up phase.
Yeah.
Once he's past that, though, like people have said, like if he gets to that phase, you've done something wrong.
Yeah. So in a server.
Once he gets past that phase, you're dead.
In a server, I'm an admin. Like I mentioned before, I'm an admin in the Final Fantasy server. We were doing random Pokemon battles. I got Reggie Gigas in my random Pokemon team, and God, that was literally the reason I lost.
Fair. Also, apparently, you're fighting me.
Am I? Oh.
Did you notice the guy's name?
Oh yeah, that's right. I did, and I think I like internally thought that, and then I was just like, oh cool. I'm actually impressed with how well this game plays. I'm not gonna lie.
It's quite a fun game.
Yeah, like.
Definitely looks fun.
Yeah, no, like we should definitely consider getting the Switch version.
Oh, it has a Switch version?
Yeah.
Oh, neat.
Reggie Gigas isn't even good for fodder. You're right, he's not.
He's really not. He does not have the defense stats to really hold him through his bulk up phase.
Yeah. But yeah, no, it's like
Now, you can build around him,
yeah,
but you'd have to have basically everything to complement him.
yeah, and it has to, and it's all about complimenting him because his abilities are garbage too. Like he doesn't have a lot of good abilities.
Yeah, his whole thing is that once he gets that bulk up, he is basically so strong you're not going to stop him. But until he gets that bulk up, he is basically just a giant sitting rock.
Yeah.
There's a lot of Pokemon good at breaking rocks.
You're a master in the making. Hey, keep up the good work.
Yeah. Yeah, no, this game does have a Switch version. It's called the DX version, and the others were telling me it's based off the arcade version.
Pick where you want to assign your skill points.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we should just get it. I'm enjoying this, so I highly doubt I would dislike it.
You earned a new title.
Overall win count
You earned a
15.
new title.
I'm waiting for the time that I actually lose.
Time to pick a support set.
Like, I understand these are all NPCs and stuff, but man, you could, like... You could make them a little harder. Decidueye ruining the game. I mean... to be fair, every fighting game has that. Like, Tekken 6 had Lars. Smash Brothers has Lucas. It's like the right character in the wrong hands can ruin a game for people.
You just gotta believe in your Pokemon and give it your very best.
For the longest time, actually, Street Fighter had Guile as one of the really hard ones to beat, honestly. And I'll have a hard time in the tournament. The boss is hard. So yeah, once the tournament unlocks, I might actually like try it and see.
Let's call in some support. You did it. Come on, let's win. That battle was awesome. Can I expect some more of that for the next round? You just gotta believe in your Pokemon and give it your best.
You good?
That was a sneeze. Yes, I'm good.
First, already? You are playing around.
Yeah. What did it sound like?
Sounded more like you got goosebumps.
Oh yeah, no, that was me letting out a very big sneeze.
Already. Keep up the pressure and take them down.
I have bad allergies. Like, it's been snowing so much that like my allergies are just acting up like crazy. Get down here, Lucario. There we go.
That flying kick does not like you.
No, it doesn't. I don't think I've actually had it land once.
I think you've landed like once, but it's like, goodness.
Yeah, like I'm not expecting it to do much else.
Awesome.
That's time I'm just staring at your Blaziken's rear ends. They lay on the ground for 2 seconds.
Good work.
Yeah, that's the other thing. It's like once you land. So when you land, it's like you're dead on the ground for a while. Yeah, it came through as a sneeze on YouTube. Okay, good.
It's in the Yamcha dead pose.
Oh my god. Oh my god, it is.
I'm not kidding.
Yeah, no, I was just like, I was like, oh yeah, no, it's like, you're right. No, that's actually what it is. What the fuck?
Congrats! You made it into the top 8. Now you'll be able to participate in the tournament. Tournaments are a little different than
Oh, now I have the
matches,
tournament, so we
in
can
that
actually
you
do
won't
that.
be allowed to change your support set between matches. Oh, and you'll be disqualified if you lose even once. But I'm sure you'll be fine. Go and give it all you've got.
You'll be
You
just.
know, I logged into Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel, and I
If you
actually
get
got
knocked down
a
in
card
Red
that I
Gear, you
needed
won't be
for
able to join the
my Blue
tournament.
Eyes deck.
Picking
Well,
a
that's
support set
convenient.
is always a
The,
tough choice, isn't it?
I
I'll
got a
give you
Royal
some
Rare
advice.
Crimson Dragon.
Oh, nice.
That's perfect.
This man looks like the son of Maximilian Pegasus, and I want to throw him off a bridge.
He's literally just there smiling.
That smile pisses me off.
Noted, don't smile around you.
No, don't have a condescending smile. That's different.
Don't you just get all
How is it a
upset about
condescending
that?
smile?
wonder
I don't know. I'm just gonna stand by my logic.
Just do your thing.
There is no logic.
It's my logic.
Incredible.
He does have his suit. Yeah, like the suit is pretty much just Pegasus's his suit, and I'm not even joking.
Your synergy
Pretty
gauge
close.
is still only half full.
doesn't have a golden eye though.
I say this as I'm over here making all of my Yu-Gi-Oh decks around Pegasus or other main villains in the series.
That battle was awesome. Can I expect some more of round 2?
Oh, just because he's a villain doesn't mean he's not snappy.
Oh yeah.
The thing is to enjoy the battle.
Pegasus is probably still one of my favorite villains.
Oh, same. Like I think next to Dr. Crowler, he is, like, Pegasus is great.
He's so delightfully fruity.
Oh my god. You're right, but oh my god.
I do not need to think about Pegasus being fruity.
He is! That's all he is! But unfortunately, he will never have the sass that Crowler has.
Awesome. My cheering seems to
Which one was Crowler?
The weird fucking teacher from GX with the ancient gear deck.
Oh god, I hated that guy.
Oh yeah, no, he's hateable. He is. You. There is no redeeming factors with this man, except maybe the fact that he does actually care about his students. But like, Crowler is such a fun character, and he has one of my favorite decks. Like,
He was so cringy.
well, yeah. So I'm gonna tell you this now. That's literally just a
Weird.
That's literally just an issue of the English version. So like in Japanese, he's actually a lot more serious and intimidating, which can be said for a lot about Yu-Gi-Oh in general, considering America never even got the last season of GX or 5Ds.
I mean, to be fair, even just I remember original Yu-Gi-Oh had so much. Like, when I found out what a lot of stuff was like, not only missing but like change, it's like, yes, the Shadow Realm. No, people are literally just going to hell.
Yeah.
Oh, they're pointing at each other weirdly and authoritatively. No, they're supposed to be pointing guns, but they're edited out.
Yeah. Like
That.
Like, unfortunately, Yu-Gi-Oh gets it the worst because they try really hard to make it a kids show, but it's not. Like, the game is for kids, yes. Like, the card game is for anybody, but the show is not for kids at all.
I mean, probably one of the ones that they really couldn't hide the illusion, no matter how hard they were trying to do, was the fight against the two mask-wearing brothers. Because they're standing on a glass skylight that
Yeah.
still breaks at the end of the duel.
Yeah.
They're dead.
Yeah.
good work. Your battles are
The 4Kids edits are funny, but man, it's like, it's a shame because like I want people to witness what is actually like a good series.
The censoring reason for that is they'll fall into a portal that sends them to the Shadow Realm.
Yep.
Yep.
Oh, hey, the gamepad comes with a stylus.
Probably if I were to say the one they did, the censorship they did the best in that, and I know that's a low bar, but probably the best one was that. I'm trying to remember the dude's name, but they did the duel and it had the saw blades.
In the circus.
Oh, Arcana.
Yeah, Arcana. The quote-unquote, like, soul saws and such.
remember, you're in this.
Yeah.
That was probably the best one, because, that's kind of believable. That's not completely out of the realm of for some kind of thing involving souls and such.
It's actually kind of funny you mentioned that because if you did it, I was going to.
That's just one of the. That's just like the one I think. That's probably the best one that you've done for censorship.
Yeah, like it was a pretty good one. I will give them that. See, I've owned this thing for maybe a couple months. I've never actually like looked for the stylus. I didn't know that was a thing.
In terms of typing and what you were up against, there is no way you would have actually won that in an actual Pokemon battle.
I mean, I've pulled off worse.
A Blaziken against Suicune. Suicune being a legendary and water type against a firefighting chicken. It's like the tight matchups, the kinds of Pokemon. Like this should be a recipe for an easy Suicune.
I mean, I'm gonna just prove you wrong here, Mars. Drax managed to beat Sword's champion, who uses the opposite element of you, with Groki. Like, well, not Rillaboom. He evolved it.
It's certainly possible, but I mean, if it was not a computer,
Yeah. Oh yeah, no. If it was his actual player, it probably would have been different.
How about it? How are you feeling after that battle?
Also, I'm gonna point out, having the stylus also doesn't mean shit because the stylus doesn't work in this game. I'm actually kind of curious if it works in
what are the pilots going to do in that game?
I don't know, but I'm actually curious if it has any effect in Tokyo Mirage Sessions.
Tokyo Mirage?
Tokyo Mirage Sessions is a Shin Megami Tensei Fire Emblem characters in a Shin Megami Tensei gameplay style with idols.
That's a lot to unravel in just like 10 seconds.
Maybe next stream I'll show you it. It's a wild game. Actually, I'm just gonna send you a video.
That sounds wild.
I'm just gonna send you my favorite video to show people when it comes to this game, and I know Mike and Z have seen it a lot because I've shared this video. I share this video a lot because it's really just funny to me. Because I'm gonna tell you this now, Marth's voice actor wanted a reason to sing.
What? Okay, that's gonna. I'll have to take a look at that in a bit. That sounds utterly wild.
Yeah. Oh, the songs. You see him as soon as I mentioned Marth's voice actor, Z knew what I was talking about. Oh, that's a cute outfit. Too bad I have no interest in this character because she's just annoying, but I like the outfit. It's actually really funny when I can look at a character and say I'd wear that same outfit.
Must have been all that advice I gave you, huh? All your hard work has paid off.
You know, I'm not surprised.
You ranked in at first, so you
I mean,
qualified
if somebody
for
gave me
the
that type of
next
dress, like
contest.
if I was confident that day, I would try to pull it off. I would.
Win,
'Cause
you'll be
I think it looks
sure
cute.
you've got what it takes.
Where's my wrist brace? My thumb is starting to drive me crazy, so I have to switch how I hold my
If you win, he
controller.
Are we moving to the claw?
Yes, actually.
Picking a support set is always a tough choice, isn't it?
Or Zoro bleeding milk. Oh my god. You know, here's the thing. I'm finally watching One Piece Z. I refuse to watch the 4Kids dub outside of what Mike has shown me. I'm watching it because Mars like finally convinced me like, hey, you should watch this. So now because of Mike and Mars, I'm watching One Piece. And I'm watching the actual version. Not not 4Kids.
Let's have some fun.
Yeah. Don't watch the 4Kids version.
And like, I'm not gonna lie, I'm genuinely enjoying it, even though I'm still in season 1.
Now, if you want a good laugh, I would say watch the 4Kids at least up until the end of the first fight with Axie and Morgan, because the censorship is just so freaking funny.
Jeez. I honestly, I kind of wish 4Kids like kept trying to like dub 4Kids. I mean, dub 4Kids, dub One Piece, because I know about a little about the Dressrosa, I think is how it's pronounced, arc, and it's like I want to see how they would have tried.
As in one of the most dark arcs of the whole series.
Yes,
Dressrosa is dark.
I know.
That is a dark arc.
I've heard, and it's like I would have loved to see 4Kids make the attempt.
Just remember, the most
Oh
important
my
thing.
god.
Your synergy
Like I haven't seen anything from it yet, but I know it's dark as hell, and I'm excited for it.
Dressrosa is all.
Don't get careless.
I don't want to say too much, but I will also say, like, it whiplashes you.
Fair.
You get like, oh, this is really weird. And then you see the reason for it, and it's like, oh, this is really dark. And that's basically sums up Dressrosa. And you beat him with a knee to the hip.
So I'm going to tell you this now. I keep forgetting that you can use assists and Mega Evolutions. So when I pull it off, it's solely because I happen to look slightly to the left.
I mean, to be fair, from what I've been saying, you don't really need it.
No. Like, my fighting game capabilities from, like, Tekken and stuff are translating over to this pretty damn well that I don't actually need it. Like, I'm actually pretty good at this game, it seems, just because I have experience in...
fighting games in general?
Yeah, like, I'm a fighting game person. That's my thing.
You earned a new title.
Oh, I already have $1 million. I already have $1 million? What the fuck?
That's a lot of dollars.
Time to pick a support set.
I have, like, not been paying attention to, like... I've just been enjoying doing the fights. Like, I haven't been paying attention to what I've earned so far. I should probably, after, like, this set of matches, maybe I'll go look at my file.
Relax. Remember, you're in this to have fun. You just gotta believe in your Pokemon and give it your very best.
This isn't Tekken, this is CBS now. Wow, alright.
Incredible! You've already
Wait,
taken
what?
action.
Z is making jokes. Z said this isn't Tekken anymore, it's CBS.
Your synergy gauge is still only half full.
I'm gonna be totally honest though, I would never work in a CVS. I have heard horror stories.
Let's jump right into the next round.
Fair enough.
Mike's been typing for a while, I'm actually concerned.
Wanna head into the next battle with the same support?
Oh, Mike thinks he meant Capcom versus SNK, which also works, but I don't know, I like my comparison. I like my comparison more because it's funnier.
Maxed out.
Yeah, no, I still think my comparison was funnier.
Your support gauge is full. With a lead like that, you've practically won already. Put on the pressure and take them down. Great, you did it. Good work. Your battles are fun, even just watching.
I was in the middle of ranting, and the high of my frustration about One Piece kind of dropped halfway through. God, I felt that. That's reality for me. That's just me normally.
Picking a support set is always a tough choice. Alrighty, let's have some fun.
Here, Mike, you have a complimentary straw hat.
My battle percentage is still 100, and I'm gonna be sad as soon as that drops.
Don't you just get all revved up before a battle? I wonder what your opponent. Just remember, the most important thing is to enjoy the battle.
I will say, of One Piece though, I think my favorite character is still Nami.
Early to use your
Like, right, at least for right now.
Nami's a good one.
keep it up.
Like, I genuinely like her story.
Call in some support.
I will say she's not my favorite, but she is a good one.
Amount of power on the
I mean, I can see why. I understand that there's like probably reasons she's not people's favorites, and I can see them. Like she is far from an amazing character, but like she's got a lot of good going for her, and at least from what I've seen.
I mean, I would still call her an amazing character, but it's just she's not my favorite.
Which is fair.
I have a different one who's my favorite.
Is it Robin?
No.
Okay. I know you mentioned you like Zoro.
Zoro is actually my favorite.
Okay. I was gonna say my next guess was gonna be either Frankie or Arlon. Not Arlon.
You mean Usopp?
No, the fish guy that I shouldn't say X, that's spoilers.
Oh, Jimbe.
I'll say that's all I can say because I realize I have been spoiled about stuff on One Piece, so it's like not 100% spoiler free.
I mean, my goal is to not spoil you, so.
Right.
Although I'm probably spoiling anyone who's listening to this.
Right, I'm being careful because it's because Mike also like stopped at a certain point. Although, from what I've seen so far, though, Sanji is like catching up to Nami in terms of my favorite. Though Sanji's fucking funny.
Sanji is great. Honestly, all of the Straw Hats are great.
Yeah, no, it's like I don't have any reason to dislike any of them. Like Usopp, like as far as I'm concerned, Usopp is kind of annoying at times, but even then, it's like that's not even an egregious thing.
Yeah, he has some annoying moments, but most of the time he's funny or just interesting.
Yeah, and the fact being one of the few without any real powers. Yeah, like he holds his own, bro. You just finished Sanji's intro. Yeah, that's about where I'm at. I just got through the next part with Nami. But yeah, no, Sanji's introduction. My only problem with it was, like, I was telling Mars this. It's just like I watched like 7 or 8 episodes, and it just wasn't ending.
The fight with Don Krieg is
a mess.
It's a drag.
Yeah.
Like for what you're seeing, it's like, yeah, this guy's from like how rated he is as a pirate. He's supposed to, he should be like, you know, more of a tough and probably interesting fight.
Yeah.
For Luffy, but like, I felt like he was in more danger against Captain Kuro.
Yeah. I see a Zigzagoon back there. Now I'm sad that Zigzagoon is not playable.
Meanwhile, I'm just thinking about, I know way too much of this series that I haven't even finished off the top of my head.
Mars, there's nothing to finish.
I have not looked at the wiki once during this conversation.
That's fair. I mean, it's a good thing to be passionate about. Look at me. I don't have to look at the wiki for Kingdom Hearts at all. Ever.
I was gonna say, you are the wiki.
That's
You've corrected the wiki.
Probably.
Because I remember we've had conversations. I brought up things from the wiki. You said, no, that's wrong. This is correct.
Yeah. I will correct the wiki because the unfortunately the wiki is pretty good, but there's just some parts where it's just not right. Like literally.
And Mike, that is a very understandable frustration with One Piece and 4Kids.
Yeah. What? Well, here's the thing. 4Kids got their hands on a lot of things that they probably shouldn't have. Because we're being honest, Beyblade, like, Beyblade's dark as fuck at times.
I remember I watched Beyblade stuff. I don't remember Beyblade stuff.
I remember Moses parted the Red Sea with the Beyblade. Alright. I'm gonna be honest with you, my only real knowledge of Beyblade is the one scene of Moses doing the, Moses parting the Red Sea. Which I know is, like, heretical at best, but, like, yeah.
You know, Mike, I'm lucky. I never got that far in the 4Kids one of seeing what they did to Arlong. I stopped after Axe Hand Morgan.
All right, keep up the pressure and you're
Because I'm sorry, seeing Helmeppo hold a boxing glove spring gun thing, I was just like, okay, what the hell?
Yeah, no, Z, I'm right there with you. Like, Zangoose not being playable is actually disappointing, considering Zangoose is also, like, I know Zangoose is a very famous, is a very popular Pokemon, and one of my favorites.
Pick where you want to assign your skill points.
But I also am going to reiterate my favorites from earlier. Blaziken, Charizard, Lucario, Arceus, and Mewtwo. Like, my top 5 choices, and I'm content.
Is Arceus in the game?
Unfortunately, no. And I highly doubt Arceus will ever be in a game like that isn't the monster catchers. Which is unfortunate, because I think Arceus is just a great Pokemon. I love Arceus. Arceus...
Well, Arceus is the god of Pokemon.
Yeah.
So.
Arceus and Mewtwo, my 2 favorites.
Of that I'm well aware.
Yes.
Get back to that.
I won't complain.
I figured you wouldn't. Gonna go spend some of that high amount of moolah.
Yes. Not gonna lie, I literally just made Cress on accident.
I see no issue. Wow. Okay, so I forgot how that trend kind of follows through every single Pokemon game. Either stuff is way too incredibly overpriced, or the Pokédollars is so bad at being worth anything, it's almost as bad as post-World War II Germany.
Oh my god.
You just spent $120,000 on a haircut.
Have you been to a hair salon?
Yes, I didn't spend that much.
You also don't have long hair.
No, my hair doesn't get long. My hair turns into an afro if I let it. And no, I will not let it grow that long and send you a picture.
I was about to ask.
I had a feeling you were. I've known you 12 years.
Yeah, I was about to say I would... You're fine, Mike. I was like, I would have loved to see that just because I think that'd be funny. The Pokédollar market has crashed hard.
As a rupee.
Pokédollar has the same spending
Unbending
power.
Heart is rather fitting for you.
Which one?
Wide Arena Lover. Good God.
Which one did you read?
Don't. Your titles. I saw Wide Arena Lover.
Oh. Well, which one did you say before that you thought was fitting? Because I was like, not. Unbending Heart? Oh. Sure. Why not?
Yeah.
Was also going to ask the afro
Why
market.
does everyone want to see me with an afro?
I don't know, but you brought this upon yourself. Like,
I am growing an afro.
no, I was gonna say, like, you really just brought this upon yourself.
I don't think my work would allow me to grow an afro.
Probably not. I mean, my work lets me keep my
Which Pokemon are you
my long hair, so honestly, you never know.
Yeah, but I'm working around machines and analyzers all day. If I get something caught in one of those,
That's-
fire alarms are going off.
That's fair. Oh, I forgot Albus's favorite. One of Albus's favorites is in this game too. Machamp.
A couple of my favorites are in here.
Machamp actually makes sense, honestly. And I'm not even, like, really surprised that he's in this game. But, like, Abbas was actually telling me the other day that he thought that it's like, disappointing that some of his favorites don't ever have a lot of representation. I'm gonna have to pull him in here after stream and, like, just have him play this a little bit now. Because Shadow wanted me to earlier, I'll just play Sceptile.
Probably if I were to pick some of my favorites I see out of that roster, probably 3 favorites I see: Lucario, Gardevoir, and I see why can't breaks in it? There it is.
Yeah, not bad choices. Yes, Machamp makes perfect sense in this game. So it's like, knowing this now, I'm gonna have Abbas play this. Also, I think actually that fucking, what was it called? I think Machamp was also in that Pokemon Warlord? I think is what it was called. The Fire Emblem styles Pokemon game.
It's a Fire Emblem style Pokemon game?
Yes.
I wonder what your opponent. You just gotta believe in your Pokemon and give it your
I don't remember what it was called. Conquest, that's what it was.
Conquest.
Yeah, so Mike and Z both, I knew they would have the answer.
Be careful.
I'm gonna be honest, oh my god, I am getting my ass kicked. I don't think I'm actually suited to play Sceptile, so I don't think I actually, I don't think I play it, like, I don't play this type of style. Okay, Mike and Z are literally, like, on the same page, and it's concerning. Because, like, they're literally just saying the same exact thing. Yeah, no, I'm gonna be totally honest. I saw it in a Game Informer magazine once, and that's like literally the last thing I heard about it.
Yeah, I think most of Sceptile's fight set in this game is about counters.
All right. Keep that up for the next battle. Round 2. All right then.
Yeah, like, I'm starting to realize, like, this is not my style. And it's not a bad thing. I just don't play characters like this in any fighting game.
Yeah, your style seems to be more push the offensive.
Yeah, like, I'm up close and personal with
Which is really good for the Blaziken style.
Right.
Okay. Brace yourself and go.
I mean, it makes sense that Sceptile is more about counters and such. Because I mean, Grass's big thing is usually they're like among your starters. You have Fire being your offensive type. You have Water being defensive, and Grass is kind of your more maneuverable. They're usually faster than most other starters, which fits with a counter style.
Now that I think about it, there's no water starter in this game.
All right. Let's keep this up. Nicely done.
Yeah, no, that's weird. Like, why? Like, is there actually a water type you can play as in this game? Suicune, never mind.
That's what I'm looking up right now.
Suicune, but that's it.
So, how about it? How are you feeling after that battle?
I mean, there's downloadable content that unlocks some.
Pick where you want to assign it.
Well, I can't access that, unfortunately.
You got a new item.
Yeah, and I think this is more for the DX version of the game.
Yeah.
You earned a new title.
Yeah, so you can't get DLC on the Wii U anymore because the shop is all closed down.
Still one of their dumbest decisions, I think.
Right, like, even though the Wii U wasn't that popular, it's like, shutting all that down was stupid.
I mean, that's one thing I've seen a lot of people complain about in terms of, like, availability of Nintendo products. It's like, we want to buy your stuff. Stop shutting down the markets to do so.
They did it back on the Wii too. Okay, so I'm actually kind of looking at the screens now, and so there's Standard, which seems to be my style. Sceptile is a speed type character, which I guess I'm not suited for speed, which is fine. There's Power, which Chandelure and Charizard and Garchomp are. Oh, Garchomp's in this game. And then there's Technical, but there's only one character. Oh, no, okay, Gengar. I was gonna say, I thought that was weird that there was only one.
Yeah, I knew Gengar was
Let's try... Fuck, I'm gonna see how Chandelure plays.
Time to pick a support set.
I think they play pretty well. I'm trying to remember back to my back to my high school days.
Old.
Oi.
Hey, since Scar's not here, I have to do it to somebody.
Why me?
I don't know, because you're the one talking, and Mike is safe because he can't verbally talk.
I was gonna say, isn't Mike older than me?
I don't know. Like we've established, I feel like a terrible younger brother for this. I still like get Mike's age like wrong, and I think he's been the same age for the last like 4 years.
No, for darn sure, Shadow's older than me.
I know Shadow is, but I think Shadow and actually I think Mike and Scar are the same age.
Meanwhile, I'm just the one you decided to call old.
Yes. One of these days, like I'm gonna have to meet Mike, and I'm gonna get hit.
That was a good, clean win. Wanna head into
Well,
the
you'll
next
probably
battle?
meet me again, and I'll probably hit you.
Yeah, no, but it's different with Mike because like literally my best friend, and I can't even get his date of, I can't even get his birth right, his age right. Wow, brain.
Your brain kind of short-circuited a bit there.
My brain, dude, my brain has been short-circuiting a lot, mostly because of all the gaslighting I've been doing to myself on accident.
They made a Shadow a month.
Like,
I thought Shadow's the old man in this call.
like I'm gonna be totally honest with you. Playing through Tales of Graces, I've been gaslighting myself because I'm over here thinking of like, oh, I remember this. Something happens, like, wait, no, I got it wrong. Like, I am outright unable to remember shit sometimes, and it's weird.
And from what I'm seeing, to go back to the game that we're actually playing, I think from what it looks like, Power seems to be kind of short range, but high damage.
Great battle.
Because look at how Garchomp is just obliterating your health.
How about it?
Yeah, like I'm not, like I don't have a lot of defense, which
Yeah, and all of your attacks have to be, you have to basically be up in the person's nose.
right. So yeah, it seems like Standard's my go-to, which I guess isn't a bad thing.
Yeah, standard seems like a balance of you get a bit of distance with a good bit of power, and they're good for rushing.
It's always a tough choice, isn't it?
Yeah.
Standard is basically your version of balanced.
Yeah, no, it makes a lot of sense actually. So it's like I'm actually not doing so poorly with it, so that's at least a plus.
What is Braixton's type?
Braixton, I'll check after. I want to say it's Standard, but I'm not 100% sure. I remember everybody's birthday because all your guys' birthdays are in my calendar.
Yeah, I think I have all your birthdays in my calendar as well.
Yeah, no, like
Not the birth dates.
Yeah, no, it's like because even when for example when Ciro's birthday came up, I was like talking about it before he even said anything, and I think it confused him. But it's like, no, I remember your guys' birthdays.
Or at least have a way to remember them. Yeah.
Yeah.
Before your support page is full.
Okay, so Mars, I actually need you. I actually want you to text something to me now. Do the levels you have on the Pokemon carry over to the CPU? Because I think part of my problem with against Blaziken right now is I think Blaziken has my stats.
Almost had it.
I don't think types affect anything because they haven't actually like said anything about types. Because like nowhere on the menus do types. Well, actually, the typing wouldn't even matter in this fight because Blaziken and Lucario are two types that don't affect each other. Okay, so I'm just gonna look like a total idiot, Mike. Spell this out for me like I'm 5. Lucario's a metal type?
Yeah.
Huh?
Metal fighting.
Okay, so Z just said that types are not a thing in this. I thought he was fighting ground, or just straight up fighting.
Nope, he is fighting metal.
I never knew that. God, you guys are probably just about to realize that there's a reason I call Albus the Pokemon kid in the family.
I can understand thinking ground because one of the moves that is basically most synonymous with a lot of part of Lucario, Bone Rush, is a ground type move.
Yeah. Yeah, no, Z just confirmed that they are not the types aren't a thing. But I do want to know about the stats because I feel like Blaziken is hitting it harder and not taking damage that easily. And I'm wondering if it's because of my personal stats I put on him, since he was the one I was using so much.
I didn't see if that's a thing. But that's kind of a hard thing to look up.
Okay, so Z also confirmed Riolu is pure fighting.
Riolu is pure fighting, yes.
Which is also not something I knew. Damn. Wow, this might actually be one of the first ones I lost outright. Okay. Jesus.
I mean, you didn't outright lose. You won one round.
That was awesome. By the book battles are nice. Relax. Remember, you're in this to have fun. Just remember, the most important thing is to enjoy the battle. Okay, brace yourself and go. Your synergy group is still only half full.
Okay, no, it's literally just a matter of I'm just not good as Lucario, which I'll accept. If I only end up being just good as Blaziken, I'll take that because Blaziken is great. There's a reason Blaze exists.
I mean, you did pretty well with Chandler.
Yeah, see, Chandelure actually wasn't that bad, so it's like I might give that one another go. I don't know if I like the power style.
That other trainer is hot stuff. Now might be the time to switch up your support.
Cause yeah, it very well might just be I'm not good at Lucario.
I tried Lucario, and Lucario is definitely. I feel Lucario's like big strength is in the combos. Once you get a combo going, you can do a lot with Lucario, but you have to learn the combos.
Yeah.
Blaziken, I feel, is an easy one because you get a lot of the things like go further distance, so it's easier to work with.
Z just said I misheard Mars and thought he said Schindler instead of Chandler.
Here's the final round. The next round will decide the match.
Yes, we're watching Schindler's List while we're playing Pokemon Tournament.
Just remember, the most important thing is
I've never seen that movie.
huge amount of power on the
Or have I?
Welcome back.
Pretty good though.
Your synergy gauge is full.
You came back to just witness me getting my ass kicked as all sorts of other Pokemon because apparently I'm only good as Chandelier and Blaziken.
You're in burst mode. This is your big chance.
Also, it's weird that they're calling Mega Evolution Burst Mode. Cool.
Nice work.
Oh yeah. Every time my portrait shows up and I see the changed character, I was like, it's weird seeing Crest now.
Which Pokemon are you battling with?
Let's try Suicune. It's basically acting like first. Yeah, that's true.
Picking a support set is always a tough choice, isn't it?
I think Crest would be a good Pokemon trainer. Crest would probably actually just be like my usual go-to and be like Fire and Dark.
Relax. Remember, you're in this to have fun. Round one. All right then, let's give it a shot. Incredible.
Okay, so Suicune feels a little broken.
You say as you literally beat the crap out of Suicune with Blaziken not too long ago.
Too early. Use your synergy burst.
Well, to be fair,
Call in some support.
Also, I feel like Suicune should feel broken. It's a legendary Pokemon.
true. Blaziken just beating it happens to be the sentiment of this overpowered stats. Him and Mewtwo would have a lot to talk about. We'll have a lot to bond over. Yeah, I think Crest and Mewtwo would get along, as depressing as that is.
Wow.
Actually, now that I think about it, that's actually just really dark and fucked up. Oh, wait. Okay, so I think I get it now. I think the roster... Okay, so Suicune kind of just disproved me as I was about to say it. But I think most of the choices are because most of the roster has a Mega Evolution. Like, cause I'm pretty sure Chandelure also has one. So it's like, I think the choices make sense. Suicune not having one is just an interesting choice here.
I mean, if we went by modern days, we technically would have one now.
Walking Wake is not a Mega form.
Nice battle. Hope to see more of this from you.
That's just a curse upon God.
That was awesome. By the book
Oh
battle
please, there's
was
worse
nice,
ones.
but, you earned a
I don't know. I drew the line at Walking Wake because I thought that was like weird as fuck. I don't think Mega Chandelure is a thing. Am I gaslighting myself again? That's possible. I might be calling it the wrong thing. Oh no, I'm calling it the right thing. Somebody
I think Chandelure has a Gigantamax.
All right,
that might
Not Mega.
I might be thinking of that. Somebody post a picture of Walking Wake for Mike.
just remember.
No, Z, I know what you meant with those two. It's just
Will do.
as soon as I like started processing anything about Crest's story, I was just like, this just got really dark. Like you had totally good intentions. I just apparently did not. And Mike, for reference, Walking Wake is just straight up from Scarlet Violet? Scarlet Violet. That's the name.
Scarlet only, actually.
Well, I'm talking about generation, because if I went into all... I don't think Mike cares about the details of the past and future bullshit that goes on, depending on the version.
All right, keep that up for the next battle. Round 2.
Walking Wake is essentially Suicune's ancestor, for lack of a better term.
Prehistoric sweep.
Yeah.
Nice Donkey King.
Yeah. Okay, so Suicune's interesting because playing as a bipedal character in a fighting game is kind of weird. Not
Quadrupedal.
Quadrupedal, that's what I meant.
All right, let's call in some support. You can't use burst yet.
You just see Snivy run up there in the Tornado Carnivore. That's just so silly.
Yeah, no. Snivy had a bone to pick. Also, Mike, it went the other way. It went from dinosaur to a cat. Also, I wouldn't call Suicune a cat. I think Suicune's a dog. Just because, actually, well, no, actually, maybe because Raikou is also a cat. Entei's a dog.
I believe Rente.
Rente? Rente?
Entei, Raikou, and Suicune are all dogs. I think they're called the three legendary dogs, aren't they?
I don't think that's canon to the games. I think that's what the fans call them.
Where you want to assign your
But Raikou looks like a cat.
I think it's Raikou.
Raikou? I don't know. That's the problem with some of these games not actually having voice acting. Actually, none of these games have voice acting. What am I talking about?
It's not Riku.
I mean, that would be just a problem.
Yeah, and Riku's enough of a problem.
Pokemon do you want to tag?
Which one?
I always just go with my
Yes.
That's the right answer because Final Fantasy X Riku is also a pain in the ass sometimes. Love her, but God, she's a bitch.
Meanwhile, Braxton's hip game is on point.
I think we just gave Mike PTSD.
Probably.
No, because here's the thing: Mike had to play the original Kingdom Hearts, so he didn't have cutscene skipping.
That battle was awesome. Can I expect some more of
Ah.
So every time Mike died, he had to rewatch the cutscene
and give it your very
every single time, like I did. And the reason I know Riku's speech in French.
but don't get careless.
Could you recite it right now if I dared you?
Probably not. Like the French words have eluded me.
The French has eluded you.
But I will say this: at one point, I did it, and Melody thought I was needing to be institutionalized. She was probably right.
So Entei, Suicune, and Raikou, whatever the frick it's called, falls under the legendary beast.
Yeah, I was gonna say they don't fall. Legendary dogs was a fan thing. Mike is a sadist when it comes to playing Kingdom Hearts games. You know, Z, you're right. Literally, I feel like if I didn't buy him the entire collection, he would have played all of the games at their base form, which on brand. But no, we don't need that.
Remember, you're in this to have fun.
Although now I need some verification. Mike, did the version I bought you have Kingdom Hearts 3 as well, or do you still need to have to get 3? Because I actually don't remember how I bought these games for you.
I mean, if you bought him just the final mix stuff, then that wouldn't come with 3.
Well, I know, but I don't know if there was like a bundle for like the story so far or what.
That page is full.
I mean,
I also need to get myself that bundle on Steam.
to be fair, Z, Mike has seen all of the Final Mix content up till now, because I've done everything in each game. Because like I did all the secret fights in Kingdom Hearts 1, and once we get back to 2, I plan to at least attempt Lingering Will and Sephiroth. Okay, so yeah, no, it has all of them. Mike said that he also has Remind, which, hell yeah, Remind was perfect.
I'm now just remembering the secret fight with frickin' Sephiroth in the first game.
My Weavile's cheering for
Frickin'
you
one-winged
too.
chicken son of a bitch.
I'm surprised he's the one that gave you so much trouble.
Probably because I was fighting him, like, way too early, but yeah.
Fair. Which is impressive. Because, like, Unknown didn't give you much issue at all.
No, I beat Unknown my first try.
Which amazes me.
Well, to be fair, I didn't go and fight Unknown until I was basically, until I was like, I don't know what level I was exactly, but I had Ultimate Weapon. And That game, they made it harder to get.
Let me tell you, the final mix makes it really tedious.
Probably the worst one to do was getting the stuff from that giant combo mushroom.
Oh, the pink gregarious.
I think that's what it's called, but yeah, that one was so annoying.
Is it bad that I remember the name of the monster off the top of my head?
You played the game 15 times, if not more.
That's
100%.
I was gonna say it's cute that you think it's that low.
I don't know how many times you 100%.
Oh yeah, 100%ing is a lot shorter. But I will tell you, I have managed to use up all 99 spots at one point.
Yeah, on the first island.
Yeah. Like, I know Kingdom Hearts 1 like the back of my hands. Could I speedrun it? Probably not, mostly because I take my time because I enjoy it. But like, all in all, I could probably beat Kingdom Hearts 1 blindfolded at this point.
I mean, you probably could speedrun it. It's just more a matter of
Yeah, that's also the thing, like I most likely wouldn't. That might be a fun thing next time I'm in Michigan. Have me play Kingdom Hearts blindfolded.
Oh god. I mean, you could be like one of those guys who did like Dark Souls YouTube or blindfolded.
Here's the thing, I probably could do Dark Souls 2 blindfolded.
With the ladle?
Yes.
I swear, at this point, we're gonna end up having to stream our run-through of Dark Souls.
I will run around
Dark
naked
Souls.
with a ladle.
What naked?
So that's funny.
Oh my lord.
And clothes are just a hindrance.
You're gonna be the enemy.
Clothes are a hindrance to Jub Jub.
That is a sentence with so many layers. I don't think we have enough time left in the stream to talk about them all.
Not at all. Jub Jub does what Jub Jub wants.
Well, actually, it's more like a lack of layers, I guess. But...
Now, Mars, but let's be honest here. Who would you rather deal with, Miku or Jub Jub?
It's a hard question. Because right, yeah, so you're fighting the eternal nightmares with Miku, and you're gonna be doing everything else with Jub Jub. So wait, are you just gonna be naked in every other game?
No, Jub Jub's not naked in every game. Only in two. Only in two.
Oh, I guess that's I still remember when you put on the prostitute's clothes in Bloodborne. You ran off. You're like, why is everything hurting me so bad? Oh, I'm still in the dress.
Oh yeah, because I forgot that I just straight up forgot that I had changed clothes. And my dark joke.
You're literally staring at the screen and you can't see that you're in a dress.
Sometimes I forget I'm wearing clothes, Mars. Let's be honest here. Could Jub Jub beat Edward? That's a fucking name I haven't heard in forever, Z. Are you referencing Kraken?
Explain?
I have to verify if that's what he... I have to verify if he's referencing the YouTuber I'm thinking. But there's this guy named Kraken who played through Dark Souls with Vadi and another friend, and I'm pretty sure he named his character Edward.
As opposed to Pequod?
I couldn't tell you.
I don't know if anyone could tell me.
Kraken. God, I watched that video, and that poor guy, he beat the Ring City. I don't think he wanted to.
I don't think you wanted to.
I didn't. I did it out of spite. Okay, so...
And then you made Drax pissed off.
Okay, so this is actually... Wow. I actually am getting really annoyed with this fight. I legit can't get over to him. Yeah, no, I literally only finished Ring City to prove a point.
Yeah, Chandelier can be a hard one. Like, their movements are weird.
Z, maybe one day I'll make a video about Jub Jub. Just the
Just a whole video about nothing but Jub Jub.
explaining, just explaining her history.
Man, that Chandelier really popped off.
Yeah, just a little.
Hey, keep up the good work. You got a new item.
Oh, got a jacket.
You earned a new title.
From, man, this is pissing me off, to, ooh, jacket.
I am a simple man. Goddamn, he is zoning it. Yeah, like this bitch is fucking zoning.
Keep zoning. No, I'm not ashamed at all.
Which Pokemon do you
Jub Jub could beat Edward because Jub Jub first tried Gale, and I am never gonna let people live that down because people are still mad at me about that.
just do your thing and you'll be fine.
Did you do it with the ladle?
The ladle doesn't exist in Dark Souls 3.
Did you do it with a ladle equivalent?
No. I was a full-on fucking dexterity build.
Well, at least you weren't a dirty string.
Oh no,
Wait,
I straight up just refuse to do strength builds. And like my last run of Dark Souls 2 that you were like witnessing is why I refuse to do strength builds.
in Bloodborne, you are a strength build.
Yeah, that's also another example. That's also me proving a point, to be fair. Because how many bosses have I 3-shot?
That was a good, clean win. Wanna head into the next battle with the same support?
To be fair, I'm kind of busy trying to avoid getting my own butt kicked, not to really notice how many hits you put up. But I know it's not a lot.
Yeah, no. Like Miku is the example of why I hate strength builds in these games. Because, like, it's Bloodborne and Dark Souls 3 are, like, the biggest examples of it, too. Like, my runs are almost specifically always anti-strength. And it's like, I will only level up strength if I have to.
For having gone through the DLC of Elden Ring as a strength build, I will say I did enjoy it, but compared to like a lot of my other, compared to like a lot of my usual builds I've gone through in these games, that was like the easiest time I had for a majority of the fights. Because I was able to tank so much damage behind a great shield, and then just at the right times counter with that heavy strike and stagger them to death.
That checks out.
But also, before they tweak some of the stuff in that thing, I saved myself a lot of frustration going strength build. I will say though, it was still plenty fun. But it's not a build type I would do often.
Wait until we get to Elden Ring. Wait until we get to Elden Ring, and you get to meet Marge.
Oh god, are you gonna do a fist build?
Yes.
Well, I mean, there's certainly plenty of options, especially with the DLC. With some of the weapons they added really complements a kind of style like that.
I will crump on the Elden Lords.
Don't ever say that again.
Don't worry.
I felt physical pain.
Don't worry, so did I.
And yet you still said it.
I had to.
No, you didn't.
I did.
Not.
Yeah. If I'm suffering, we're both suffering.
Oh my god.
I mostly did that for Mike. I can't wait to see Marge crunk all the bosses. Oh my god.
Thing is, with a couple of weapons I know of, that is not only quite viable, but can also be very meta and I think still potentially game breaking.
Fair. Z said if I didn't, he would, which, good. Somebody has to make Marge and Marge Simpson in Elden Ring.
People have made Sonic the Hedgehog.
I've seen it. It's cursed as fuck.
It's not any good, but it exists.
I don't like fighting this thing. I genuinely don't like this enemy. Oh, thank God. Okay.
Hey, you won.
I did. But it's like all I'm only refighting Chandelure just to kind of get an idea so I understand what I'm doing wrong. It's the fact that this is I'm pretty sure, as far as I've noticed, Chandelure is the only one that has debuffing abilities, because I'm being debuffed and I've noticed it as I fought. So it's really weird fighting Chandelure because you have to work around that.
Not to mention, Chandelure has a lot of moves that give, if you approach slow, give just enough range that he can basically keep you at distance.
Yeah.
But as you probably noticed while fighting him, once you get in close, he is a glass cannon. He can hit you hard, but he can't take a lot.
That makes sense. Z just said, I literally did the Marge groan out loud when you mentioned her. Great. Yeah.
This is not right.
No, here's the thing. That's funny because Z does a very good Marge impression, and I hate it. It's just insane.
Also, Mike, Gotta Go Fast can qualify as a good build in a Souls game, depending on how you actually build Gotta Go Fast. Like, some of the best builds are Dex builds, which is kind of fast the class.
I'm gonna look at some of the shop items, and I think we'll end it there. Chandelure is Eddie Zato 1. God fucking hell, you're right.
Want to explain what the heck that means?
Eddie and Zato 1 are characters from Guilty Gear. They're a duo character in Strive, and their entire gimmick is literally being basically two entities that fight independently of each other that you control. They usually do work together, but you can split them off and do things. And his entire thing is basically keeping you away while doing damage, because Zato can just go all out of his way to attack you.
So are we thinking like Hero or Ice Climbers?
What was the first one?
Hero, I think her name was.
Pyra?
Pyra.
Pyra's a good example. If we're basically just as at bare minimum, explanation, Pyra works. I'm basically.
You like that game.
They change names based on whether or not Zato 1 is alive or not. Yeah, Guilty Gear's fucking weird. I was just trying to explain it in a way that makes sense to somebody who hasn't played Guilty Gear.
Makes sense.
Oh, that's a good example. Rosalina and Luma, kinda. But that's good enough, of an example for you. That's pretty much what Eddie and Zato are like. It's maybe God, actually.
Pain in the ass.
Yeah, I when me and Z were playing Strive, and I've also had actually just a few people I played Strive with. Every time Zato is in the fight, the other side is always annoyed. I've come to accept that Zato is just annoying.
So are you literally just making press?
At this point, yes.
Crest is scarf purple?
Crest doesn't have a scarf. I just wanted to throw one on because I like it.
I mean, I could totally see Crest back.
So could I.
Oh, I'm all out of milk for my cookies.
Crest with Ruckus scarf. Yeah, I think Crest would look good in one, honestly.
They just need to find a top hat.
Well, not necessarily the top hat. The top hat is mostly just a byproduct of who he's based off of. Crest doesn't actually have one.
Well, that's unfortunate. been imagining Crest with a top hat all this time, and now you're shattering my perceptions.
Well, I feel like a top hat would be like very, very difficult to work with. Also, goddamn, Eno is fun to play in Strive. Yeah, Eno is like probably one of my favorite characters in Strive. Like,
What would make a top hat so difficult?
it would fall off.
You can get straps.
Just fucking attach it to his ears.
I was thinking more like a chin strap, but
Okay, but now I'm just imagining one of those like those band geek hats.
I wore that hat.
I'm sorry, but my explanation explained it, didn't it?
Wow.
Am I wrong?
I am not feeding into this.
But now I'm just imagining Tay not wanting Crest to lose his hat, so Tay just sews on straps onto the hat so he doesn't lose it.
Glue it to his head.
Like Tay just gets fed up. Tay gets fed up with his husband and son losing their stuff, so he just starts like finding ways that they don't get this detached from them.
I end up with more belts than that one chick in Final Fantasy X.
Those belts aren't doing anybody any good, to be fair. That is a design choice purely, and that's it.
They're really not doing anyone anything.
It just gives you an excuse to stare lower.
I mean, there's plenty of other reasons to stare lower, but
She's probably hiding something down there.
yeah, probably a bat to beat people who stare lower with.
Oh, so she's Jessica Rabbit.
No.
I set myself up with that so well.
Damn it.
I didn't even intend to set myself up that way, but it just happened. Oh, that was great. Ugh. Just no hesitation. My brain went to the stupid booby trap scene, and it was just like, Jessica Rabbit. God, I love her.
Oh my god. I mean, she fights in a similar length dress.
Jessica
Although
Rabbit.
hers covers a bit more.
Yeah, say Jessica Rabbit's a badass. I love that. I love that woman.
The only time I really saw her was in the one movie, Who Framed Roger Rabbit.
That's the only movie she's from.
Didn't they have some cartoon episodes?
I mean, if they did, I don't remember them. But you got to remember, I grew up in a place where that wasn't very common to get.
That cartoon was also basically done when I was a kid.
Yeah, Mars. I wasn't in America.
Well, I know that's what I'm saying. That show is old. Jessica Rabbit is an old character.
Well, yeah. There was one short.
Jessica Rabbit short on a VHS tape of Honey, I Shrunk the... God, that's a blast from the past. Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. Nowadays, there's a video game of that.
One time when I was younger, like we actually, because I remember this, we went to Disneyland once. There was a thing for that. It was a 4D experience ride. I never forgave Dad for taking me to that.
I remember that one.
That ride freaked me out. So
Honestly, do you want to know the one ride I didn't like at Disney?
It's a Small World after all.
Don't sing it.
I was gonna say, it's like I feel like I know where this is going.
Is that because it's like every kid's bane of a ride, but all the parents love it?
No, I remember this one because I wanted to actually go on it for some reason, and so I dragged Dad along. I don't think he liked it, to be totally honest with you. God, that was like that was a
More
very
things for me to have in common with him.
that was a very 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 long time ago because like that was like one of like in the first year or two that they had me with them because it was just like we're gonna do something to kind of like make you feel welcome.
We're going to Disney World.
We did the one ride that forever haunted me because the fucking the 3D cat with the monster's face, the wind that makes you believe there's rats crawling all over you. It's like, man, I did not like that ride.
The Honey I Shrunk the Kids one.
Yeah, no, I'm just remembering it. I didn't like it.
Yeah, those experience ride probably for you. Yeah, that ride probably would have been a very disconcerting experience.
Yeah, no, because like, well, and it's like, and I don't not that this is not a negative against him at all. Before anybody thinks that, I totally like this was like when we like as we were still figuring out I was autistic, so it's like we didn't know that this was going to be a thing.
Yeah.
We went on a Haunted Mansion ride right after that though, and that was fine by me.
I love how Haunted Mansion, perfectly fine. Honey I Shrunk the Kids, no.
Well, because that ride,
But Honey I Go ahead.
Haunted Mansion doesn't like overly stimulate you. That's the thing. Is like that ride, like had like little jumps and stuff. It's like there wasn't anything super stimulating like in it, or anything that would do anything to your senses.
Yeah, the Haunted Mansion is like a visual and maybe slightly bumpy experience, but Honey I Shrunk the Kids is a full-on sensory attack on everything.
Yeah.
It's cool, but if you don't like that stuff or are easily overstimulated, that ride is going to basically be torture.
Yeah.
Oh geez, now I'm just remembering the one from the Lilo and Stitch 4D experience.
I didn't see that one, unfortunately.
I still remember the chili dog breath. Ugh.
Oh god.
I also just remember this. We went on there was a Pirates of the Caribbean ride. We went on that and Drax fell asleep.
I like that one.
Oh, I liked it too, but like we were surprised that he fell asleep because of the gun firings that occasionally happened. But like it was a very it was a nice ride, but it was long. I remember that one being super long. And when the ride ended, I looked over at him and he was still sound asleep, so I was just like, okay. I carried him on my back, I remember that.
That sounds adorable.
Yeah. I don't know. Man, I did not expect the ending of the stream to be that, but that's good. Oh, good timing, because the controller's about to die. Yeah, no, the Pirates of the Caribbean one was fun. Like, I'm glad that Z acknowledges that one too, because like that was like I remember enjoying that one a lot.
It's almost Splash Mountain.
Yeah, actually, I'm gonna like wait for Z to comment on that one. What's wrong with Splash Mountain? We'll end it on that. So let's see what he says.
Jeez, now I'm just remembering all my Disney. I think the last one I had was like
My-
and then fell asleep on the Terminator 4D experience.
Jesus.
The Terminator one?
How do you fall asleep to the Terminator?
I don't remember a Terminator 4D experience.
This is probably going to be the only stream I do this week because I have like no energy. I'm actually impressed I got this far.
Totally fair. I mean, I just got scared by the sun dropping. Blacked out?
Jesus. Okay. No, that makes sense. Yeah. Okay. No, that makes sense.
Yeah, blacking out's a good reason to not like a ride.
Yeah,
Holy shit.
that's wild. That is actually wild.
I can't say I've ever had a ride I blacked out on. That's oof. Yeah, that's definitely not fun.
Yeah, we'll probably be back to normal stream stuff next week. Luck withstanding.
Fingers
Yeah,
crossed.
here's hoping.
Yeah, it's like life needs to fuck off.
Would be nice. Oh, who knows? Maybe next time we'll be doing it on the Switch version.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, yeah, 'cause I get paid. I actually get paid this Thursday, I think, so I can buy it on the Switch on Thursday.
Only for yourself, right?
Well, you guys are lucky that the Switch version doesn't have a way for me to buy things for other people.
I was gonna say.
Because if I could get you guys just gift cards and shit, but yeah, like, I straight up cannot buy you just games on the Switch, which I think is lame.
Yeah.
Always. Yep, thanks for attending, Z. Yeah, I don't have anything to close off with, so unless anybody has anything to say, I guess we're good to go. I'm just gonna call it here.
Well, good night, everybody.
The Switch version is better. Get that one instead.
Well, yeah.
Don't play the Wii U version.
Kind of hard to get it nowadays.
Also, I like to be fair, I'm amazed I have the version to be fair, but I like the Wii U version, even though like you can't really do much since the online doesn't work and there's no DLC you can buy anymore.
I feel like that's such a backhanded compliment.
Well, yeah, it's a backhanded compliment Nintendo making their choices.
They made their bed.
Exactly.
And they happily lie in it.
See you guys.
Enjoy your Disney